Like, and I get it. Being a parent is literally the hardest job. It is not no walk in the park, like sleepless nights. You're tired.
Yeah.
Like, especially when they're a baby, and even when they're growing up and they don't know how to talk, or they're barely talking, or they're communicating. It is not an easy job. It is 24/7. You are
all
on
times.
call 24/7. There's not a rest period.
But you knew that.
You know that.
You knew that.
So why would you get with somebody who is not willing to step in and want to be a part of your new
life? Because
together?
that's who your kids are. You now. That's
right.
it. They're like little magnets. That's it.
I just can't even believe that people even date people like that who don't love their kids.
But if you are already in the situation where that's what you have, get rid of them. And if
Get
you
rid
know
of
for
them.
a fact that you don't like kids and that's not what you're not about that life, and you find out that this man or this woman has kids, exit the conversation and exit it quick.
Exit left immediately.
Because you're never gonna come, or you should never come before a child. And if a man's putting you above their children, girl, are you stupid? Are you dumb?
Picture what's next for you
Exactly.
if you were to have kids with him. The next
Picture what's next for you, period. Because that's only in the little moment that he likes you. Because men get over girls fairly quickly.
Yep. On to the next, right? That's what they be
Ridiculous.
Okay, well, let's keep going.
I've asked you this before, but I'll ask you and let you answer it this time. Would you be a stepmom?
Yes, in the right dynamic
Situation.
If it's so crazy because it's like, what if you're dating someone and something happens to the child's mother? Like, I'm dating, right? They get sick, they fall ill, they're in a car accident, God forbid, knock on wood, something crazy like that happens. And then this immediate responsibility. But if we've been in a long-term relationship and we know that this is like our forever, like this is my person, then I would immediately step in without question. But there's boundaries.
What if like you said, what if the guy you meet, their spouse passed away and it's just him and his child?
I would.
Would you take if let's say if all goes well in the relationship, would you take responsibility of the child?
Yes, I would, in the sense of once we've determined that we are partners for life, I would not enter a child's life if we are not for certain that we are going to be a long-term partnership commitment. Because when a child loses someone that they rely on and they've already lost one of their parents, adding yourself to an equation and then removing yourself when things get too hard, it's right? Criminal. I have my own, like, it's criminal. That's criminal. Literally it's criminal. Like, it is the biggest offense you can make. Like, you're just destroying the child. They're just losing people left and right. They build bonds. So it's just so important that you just always think of children first and how they're impacted in the future that they're going to have, and how you act impacts them.
Yep.
So what about you?
I would not be a stepmom.
Don't say that.
No, I wouldn't. Absolutely the hell not.
Never.
No, I mean, it has
one
to
of
be.
those crazy situations happen. Like,
It has to be a crazy, astronomical, the moon turns blue kind of vibe for me.
Like,
no,
accidental pregnancy type shit.
Yeah, no. I feel like, again, I don't want to enter a child's life and have to leave it. And also, I don't want to, like, I don't see myself disciplining a child that's not mine.
Yeah.
And it's
and you
tough.
would have to.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I just don't feel right. Even when my friends' kids be doing some shit, like, I don't want to be like, yo, don't touch that. Like, I want to, like, I don't feel comfortable. I also don't want the drama. I also don't want to feel, this is going to sound selfish, but this is why I'm saying it. I don't want to feel second to nobody's kid.
Unless it's your own.
Unless it's my own. No, if it's my own, my kids is coming
course.
before anything. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to feel second to anyone's kid. And I know that I have to be.
Yeah.
Because if you treat me, like I said, if you treat me better than you do your kid, then I don't want to be with you.
Right. And then
so it's an oxymoron. You know what I'm saying? And I want to experience that with someone that doesn't have kids.
I know.
We experience that together. I mean, it could go to shits too. I'm not saying it. But I feel like if I have a kid, then I could be a stepmom to somebody else's kid.
Okay.
But if I don't, I'm not going to like lose my first with someone that's already been through it. No, I wouldn't want that. Mm-mm.
Really? Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying that things can't happen, but if it was me like choosing, I would not choose to have my first child with someone that already experienced that. I can't do that. No,
that's fair.
Which, in a way, now that I'm thinking about it, it could be good because they have the experience.
But it's not.
It's not the same. No, I would not choose that.
Becoming new parents and being a parent already and having more children is very, very different.
Right.
A new parent experience versus a parent who already has children is completely different. Like,
right.
The trials and tribulations you go through as parents, the learning curve, the learning the cues and the signs, and you know, like, it's
right.
like you want to do that together, and you don't want your partner to look at you like, oh, you don't know this. Like, no, bro, this is my first kid.
Right. But then also, like, I do see when like couples get together with someone already having kids and how that dynamic works, and sometimes it works beautifully, and I commend them. I think it's so dope when I see a step parent become like the kid's parent when they're not with the other parent, and they respect the other parent, and everybody just gets along. I think that's beautiful, but that's not for me.
Right. I actually know a really good mom who has done that. She's amazing, and she came right in and helped raise the first child. Now they have children of their own together. And
I see that. You know what's crazy? I see that very often now.
And the stepmom's amazing, you know?
Yes, and they become friends. And girl, guess what this one did today? And yo, can you take this one to the hospital for me? Or crazy, it's amazing.
Crazy. And I find that, like, just like through like watching it, it's like her as a stepmom almost gets more respect from the child because she has her own kids and the ground rules are the ground rules. So everybody got, like, there's no exceptions, you know?
And everybody gets treated equally.
Everybody's treated the same from A to Z. Like,
exactly.
And that's beautiful. So I love that.
I love that.
So kudos to the good step parents who really step in and love children.
Absolutely.
Wholeheartedly.
All right, let me just read my next point and see. And sorry, guys.
No, you're good, girl. Whoever's watching.
The next topic.
Okay.
I mean, you know, little subcategory. How can you have a child with an already deadbeat dad?
Nah. There's no way, bro.
At this point, it's your fault. You right there watching me. If you have a child with an already deadbeat dad, you're the problem.
You're the problem.
Not the deadbeat. You are, because you're already seeing it. What makes you what makes your child the golden child?
Girl, they're not. They're delusional. Women who get in relationships with men who don't take care of the kids and then get pregnant by the man thinking, oh my God, I'm the one. He's going to change for me. Sis, he's not changing for you.
Girl, if you don't get your ass out of here.
He's not changing for you. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. That man needs therapy. That man needs help.
You need help.
He has maybe some issues. Who knows? You need to help yourself.
Sarah, I see it all the time.
Welcome to the single mom club, bitch, because you're going to join the rest of us. Like, the fuck?
I literally see it all the time. Like, wait a minute, hold on. If 1 + 1 = 2, where did you think that I don't get it.
No.
I see it all the time. Like, you see that he literally is a deadbeat. But because, you know, this is what happened. Nah, because my baby mother's crazy.
Bro.
And she's a psycho. And she's this and she's that. And, like, now me and you are going to work out. And boom, she comes out pregnant. Oh, well. Girl, you going to be the next one. You might as well be first with the next, because that's what happens.
Yep. You know what's crazy? You remember that when we spoke about Random Man in Atlanta, how he did her dirty, up and left her, went back to the other girl?
Yes.
Girl, if you don't think this girl, she thought she was going to be different. If you don't think Random Man in Atlanta popped back in the life and now she's posting TikToks like, yeah, we've had such a great week together. All of us are like,
delusional.
What? Delulu, like, girl, you was over here making t-shirts, monetizing, capitalizing off this man leaving you, and now you're back here promoting like, yeah, we've had such a great week together, and you know, I just haven't been posting as much. Like, bitch, you are the reason.
You're the reason. You're the problem, and it's your fault that your child's gonna have an unstable home. Straight up.
Crazy. Literally fucking crazy. But on that point, I also want to talk about the moms who withhold their children from the dads who want to be there. To you ladies.
Say that again.
For the women who withhold their children from the fathers who want to be there, shame on you. There are plenty of men who are begging, almost pleading with the court system, with them, to see their children.
Yep.
And you're withholding a child from their father.
Because of your feelings and because you're freaking a psycho.
And you can't let go of the fact that man don't want to be with you. That is not your child's fault. That man wanted to let that thing go. Let your child have their father and support them, whether it kills you or not inside. As long as your child's safe, he's fed, he or she comes back clothed. You know what I mean?
But why would you want to be with someone that don't want you?
Bro.
Well, why?
Literally.
The second that I feel like a man don't want me, bye.
Literally. And then I see like these clips of men like, oh, coming outside, right? She's like, oh, bring my child outside. I want to see my baby. I want to take them. The girl comes outside. Why are you here to see my child? Oh, she's inside. Excuse me. She's inside with my boyfriend. You don't need to see her.
Oh, no, girl. We gonna fight.
Like, bro, you're the reason. You're the reason why these men be losing it. And the kids have daddy issues because you're not letting them be a parent.
Right.
Or... time out, you're letting another man fill in shoes because you won't let that man be a father. What is wrong with you?
Yep.
That should be pissing me off too. Like, stop making hurdles for these men who want to be there for their children. Well, there's really men who don't want to be there and act as fucking deadbeats.
Yep.
Give me a break, bro. I hate that shit.
Another thing, and it's to the point that you brought up last week. At any given point, you chose to be a step parent. So at any given point that man or that woman has to walk out that door at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, you got to be okay with whatever happens with that child.
Absolutely.
You have to be okay. That child comes first before anything.
Chalk it up. Chalk it up. Oh, I'm going with you. No, you're going to stay here. This is a mother and father dynamic that we need to handle. God forbid. Who knows what it could be? You know, maybe the kid got into some trouble. They need to go meet at the police station. This is a mother, and that's another thing that I hate, right? This is a mother and father situation with their child. Both are present. Here comes the step parent running. Oh, with my input. Nobody's asking for your input. Parent A and parent B are here. We don't need your input. I will talk to you, or the father should talk to you when we get home. But we have it settled. Stop interjecting your nose in business that's not yours.
Unless you were invited in.
Right.
Well, if we have this communication where we're that close, that's the only way.
But if not, you see these parents come running in, like, trying to give their opinion. Oh,
and being there, micromanaging.
Yeah. Like, girl, get your ass back in the car. Or, boy, go get your ass back in the car. This has, stay
and this
in your
is
lane.
why it's important for you to sit down with the other parent and meet them and form a relationship with them before you meet the child. Like, because what you want to build bonds and you want to respect and you don't want to cross the line because any little thing can mess up the whole dynamic.
Yes, absolutely. So just know your role. Stay in your lane. Don't push any boundaries, and everything will be good.
Right.
Everything will be good. It's okay. I want to say this too. It's okay to be frustrated with parenting life and being a parent. But there's a thing called the bathroom rule. Go into the bathroom, cuss it out, scream, put a pillow over your face, go back out, and let it go.
Yeah.
Remember, that is not your child. You are here to help support, love, and care for them. That's it.
Yep. And then I think my second thing after meeting the parent is sit down with your child, the parents, the biological parents. Sit down with your child and explain things to them together.
Yes. Agreed.
And then once you do that together, bring in the step parent and everybody needs to have a meeting. Hey, because it's not only me and you, like, let's say I'm the step parent to Jace. Mm-hmm. It's not only like, okay, Sarah, what are your boundaries? What don't you want me to do? What do you want me to do? How do I call you? What do you want me to do? It's also telling your child, hey, now that me and you got this bond, you're gonna respect the step parent because if they're gonna be the one taking care of you and also spending money on you and also treating you well,
you're gonna respect. Period. Absolutely.
Because there's bratty ass kids.
Girl, I agree.
You're not my mom.
I'm not.
I'm spending.
I'm not. But do you want me to call your mama? Because she'll come and she'll give you the beating that I'm not gonna give you.
Right.
Because that is absolutely gonna be me.
Sit down and talk to your kids.
Right. And as far as getting on the same page with step parents, it is very important that the primary parent provides the schedule. The dad or the mom, who's not the primary parent, should also know the schedule. They should know. Meaning that, say, like, my son's father, he has somebody, they're together, and God forbid he needs to step out for work and she's there. She is to know how to care for our child. What time is nap time? What does our child eat? Don't go making your own rules. This isn't he's with me, I'm going to do what I want. No, you're not.
Yeah, no, exactly. And if you have questions, call me. Call the mom.
Right. Like, what should I give him? Or if he's not unavailable, literally call me. Don't go making up your own thing. And then my son's going to come home like, yeah, mommy, I got to eat ice cream at 11 o'clock. And I didn't brush my teeth. Whatever it is. Like,
right, because now you look like the hero and I look crazy. And there's rules behind why I don't give my kid ice cream at 11 o'clock at night.
Period.
Absolutely.
So, on that note, that's that.
Okay, and my last point here was, what if the baby daddy does not want to introduce you? So you being the mom, mm-hmm. and now I'm his new girlfriend, but he doesn't want to introduce us. Would you go out of your way to hit me up?
Absolutely. 100%.
Exactly. Me too.
100%.
If you don't want to do it, then we're gonna have to do it my way.
Woman to woman. Hi,
so and so.
Yeah. I'd like to have a sit down. Do you want to go grab coffee? Right. I'd like to get to know you, and I want to be able to set boundaries for where you stand in my son's life.
Right.
My son doesn't need a mother.
Right. And also, as me as a step parent, I would want to meet you. So if my boyfriend's not wanting to introduce us, then I'm also gonna be hitting you up. Hey, I am so and so's new girlfriend. I'm not sure if you're aware, but I would like to sit down. I know you guys have a son, and I would like to sit down and talk about what are my boundaries, or are you guys still together, or what's going on before I interject my life into this kid's life.
Right. In this situation, and I'm not gonna lie to you, there has to be like a certain amount of time before that conversation happens.
Right.
Like, it's not
can't be after a month.
Or 3 months, even 6 months. I'm still like, bro, you could get into an argument tomorrow and break up. And then there's my son like, oh, where's Susie Q?
Right. And what do you think is an appropriate time?
For me, it has to be over a year of solid dating and navigating your life around.
So do you think within that year, they're never going to meet your kid?
The boundaries that my son's father and I have, yes. We have very strict boundaries. Like, no one is to be introduced to our son until they've met us first. And we've had the boundary that this is a long-term partner that we've had.
Within a year. Okay.
Within a year. But if it's not, no, I'm not. There's no way.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's just...
I don't know. I'm not a parent, so I wouldn't know if it's 6 months, a year, but...
Listen, I'm sure that's going to rile up the people. Because it's like, oh, how are you going to spend time? You can spend time. Like, there's ways around. Like, you can have your partner come over while your child is in bed, or watch a quick movie and then send them on. Like, there's ways around it.
And plus, why would you want to move in with someone before 1 year anyway?
Crazy.
Barely even know.
Crazy.
I think a year is not as doable. I don't think 6 months is terrible, because maybe if we're both mature at this age already, maybe younger, no. But at this age, if it was 6 months and things are headed into the right direction, I think that's not too bad. But I think a year is perfect.
That's like... Yeah. You know, at that point, you've known how this person handles conflict. You know how they respond to stressful situations. You know how they're going to interact with children. Maybe you've invited them to something, and they just seen your child but didn't introduce them. Like, you didn't really, you know what I mean? Like, they've gotten to experience from afar what your child's like, so they can know them, but not be introduced to them, and not come up to me like we know each other. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, how do you feel about this is daddy's friend? No. Can you, all right, let me ask you this. Can they say this is daddy's friend and maybe not do anything couple-wise around the child? Maybe just hang out, watch movies, blah, 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 blah? Or do you think that's still too?
Well, it depends. Daddy's friend, is daddy's friends all over? Oh, yeah. Daddy's friend sleeps in the same bed.
That's what I'm saying. So imagine them doing everything, like they're together, right? But they don't do none of that kind of stuff in front of the children. No sleeping together, no kissing, no holding hands, nothing like that. Just strictly she's around, but we're not doing any of that kind of stuff in front of my child.
I don't know.
I feel like that's a good way to ease into it, though.
I'm not like, no, I don't like it.
But you don't know. You're iffy. You got to think about it.
I got to think about it. I can't give you an answer right now because I don't know how I would feel about that. Because it's like, it's the point of having another person always there with them when that's supposed to be quality time between parent, child, family.
Do you think it's a good idea, though, after, let's say, the year that they're introduced as friends first and then ease into, like, now we're boyfriend and girlfriend rather than just plotting it on the child?
Yes. Okay. I feel like this is good. Or maybe not boyfriend, girlfriend. This is someone that mommy's been talking to. I'd like you to get to know him, see how you feel, because this is also a person who's going to be in their life. So what if my child hates him? Yeah. Like, what are we going to do if my child hates him?
It depends, though, because like I said, some children are just bratty.
But what if he's not bratty? And what if he gets a really bad vibe?
Then, yeah.
Or I'm downstairs doing laundry and he's talking to him like, you better sit your ass down or some crazy shit.
Yeah, that's sticky. That's why I don't fuck with that.
See? That's
I don't want no stepchildren. I'm so sorry.
These kids, man.
Crazy, guys. The moral of the story is know your lane, know your rules, know your respect. Boundaries. You don't know when you can be in the person's shoes. Mm-hmm. Be careful, be smart. And that's all I have to say.
And always respect each other. Till the next time.
Bye guys.